At first glance, some marriages seem easy to judge: a 9-year-old boy with a 62-year-old woman, or someone committing to a virtual partner. It sounds unbelievable, but behind these viral stories lie deeper truths about culture, loneliness, and the human need to feel understood. Today, we'll look past the gossip to explore what's really going on behind some of the world's most unusual couples. If this sparks your curiosity, subscribe and turn on notifications. Which story surprised you most? Share your thoughts in the comments. Kyle Jones and Marjorie McCool attracted public attention due to their relationship with an age gap of about 60 years, with Kyle being 31 and Marjorie 91. Their story surprised many and sparked broader discussion about how society views love and relationships. Instead of focusing on the age difference, they emphasize shared mindset, mutual understanding, and the comfort they find in each other's company. Their relationship suggests that love does not always follow conventional expectations and can sometimes be based on genuine connection that goes beyond age boundaries. Godfrey Baguma, known as Sabi, was once unfairly labeled the ugliest man in Uganda, a title that reflects harsh judgments based on appearance. However, behind that label is a story of strength, resilience, and determination. Alongside his wife, Kate, he has maintained a lasting marriage for over 20 years, challenging conventional ideas of beauty and proving that true worth in a relationship goes far beyond physical appearance. Beyond their happy marriage, they have raised 8 children together, building a family rooted in love and strong connection. Godfrey Baguma's story is not only about overcoming judgment, but also a reminder that true value comes from character, sincerity, and the way a person treats others. It shows clearly that happiness is not defined by appearance, but by love, respect, and the determination to rise above life's challenges. Paulo and Catiucia, a couple from Brazil, show that love can go beyond limits many see as impossible. With a combined height just over 5 feet, they've drawn global attention, but what truly defines them is their mindset. They live with optimism, value each moment, and build a meaningful life together despite society's stares and assumptions. Their journey isn't a fairy tale. Everyday tasks can be challenging, and simple things for others may become major obstacles. They also face curiosity and sometimes judgment from those around them. Instead of backing down, Paulo and Catiucia meet it all with strength, turning difficulties into motivation and showing that people can adapt, grow, and thrive in any situation. What makes their story powerful is how they see themselves. They don't let appearance define their worth. Instead, they focus on growth, love, and positivity. Their confidence and resilience inspire others, proving that happiness isn't about fitting in. It's about embracing who you are and owning your story unapologetically. Their story sends a clear message: the greatest limits aren't in the body, but in the mind. When you believe in your worth and move past fear and judgment, you can build a life that's truly your own, one to be proud of. It's not just about being different. It's a reminder that everyone deserves to live fully, happily, and with dignity. Grand P and Eudoxie. Yao often draw attention because of their striking physical contrast. His small stature from a rare condition and her bold, curvy presence create an unforgettable image. But what truly stands out isn't their appearance. It's the confidence they share, standing side by side despite public stares and judgment. Behind the viral photos is a strong message about self-acceptance and respect. They show that beauty isn't fixed, it's defined by each person. When people embrace who they are, they can build sincere relationships instead of following society's expectations. It's a powerful reminder, especially in a world that often prioritizes appearance above everything else. Zooming out, their story highlights resilience and self-confidence. Rather than seeing differences as barriers, they turn them into qualities that set them apart. It's a reminder that everyone has the right to live on their own terms, as long as they don't harm themselves or others. Often, what makes us different is exactly what gives us unique value and irreplaceable appeal. A reported wedding in South Africa between a 9-year-old boy and a 62-year-old woman drew global shock due to its unusual appearance. In reality, it was described as a spiritual ritual in some local traditions meant to honor ancestors without legal recognition. Still, the image of a child in wedding attire beside an elderly woman unsettled many people and sparked broader debate about cultural differences, moral limits, and the need to protect children's rights in modern society. The 2024 wedding of Abby Hensel, one half of the conjoined twins, known from Abby and Brittany to Josh Bowling, surprised many online. Beyond the fact that their relationship had been kept private, the moment also led people to reflect on how love can develop in extraordinary circumstances. Despite public curiosity and judgment, their story highlights a simple message: happiness isn't limited by conventional norms, but shaped by understanding, respect, and personal choice. Barbarella Buchner gained attention after holding a symbolic wedding with her 2 pet cats, Lugosi and Spider, following an emotional setback. Though controversial, the act reflects how some people turn to unusual forms of attachment during times of loneliness. In a modern world shaped by stress and isolation, stories like this raise broader questions about the human need for love and belonging. However, the story also shows the line between personal emotions and social norms. Loving animals is meaningful, but it should be expressed with awareness to avoid misunderstanding or distorted relationships. Barbarella's case not only raises curiosity, but also encourages discussion about balancing personal feelings with shared values, so life choices stay healthy, responsible, and sustainable. Joelison and Avum are a couple from Brazil who attract attention because of their extreme height difference. He is 7 feet 4 inches tall, while she is 5 feet. Despite this, their relationship is built on genuine love and a strong emotional bond. Their story shows that real connection goes beyond physical appearance, and that love is based on feelings rather than looks. Although their significant height difference can create small everyday challenges, Joelison and Avum handle everything together with understanding and respect. They do not let public curiosity or social judgments affect their happiness. Instead, they turn their relationship into an inspiring example that love has no fixed form. Their story shows that when 2 people truly value each other, differences can become something meaningful that strengthens their bond. Amanda Soul, known as Amazon Amanda, and her husband, Sergio Miranda, are often noticed for their noticeable physical contrast. Amanda is 6 feet 3 inches tall with a strong presence, while Sergio is about 5 feet 3 inches. Despite this difference, their relationship is not defined by appearance, but by deep respect, understanding, and a genuine emotional connection. When 2 people truly value each other, They can move past outside judgments and build a happy life in their own way. This is more than just an unusual love story. It is a reminder that sincerity and confidence are the strongest foundations of any relationship. If someone who is 1.9 meters tall falls in love with someone who is 1.6 meters tall, do you think people react more with judgment or understanding? The story of Amazon. Amanda and Sergio Miranda may make you reconsider your answer. Sultan Kosin, who stands at 2.51 meters tall as the Guinness World Record holder for the tallest man in the world, found love with Merve Debo, who is nearly 60 centimeters shorter than him. Despite their striking height difference, they got married in 2013, showing that true love is not measured by physical differences, but by sincerity and emotional connection, proving that strong relationships can overcome social judgment and expectations. Behind their wedding smiles is a journey of resilience. Sultan has faced many challenges due to his extraordinary height, from mobility difficulties to constant public attention and curious stares. Yet he never lost hope that he deserved love and happiness. Their story carries a powerful message. No matter how unique or difficult one's circumstances are, people should dare to dream, dare to love, and not let appearance or physical limitations define their worth. It reminds us that true strength comes from a resilient heart and the courage to keep moving forward, offering inspiration to anyone facing challenges in life. Brittany and Brianna, identical twin sisters, married Josh and Jeremy, who are also identical twin brothers, creating a rare and widely talked about family story. This unusual match is not only a coincidence, but also interesting from a genetic perspective. Since both couples share nearly identical DNA, their children are genetically closer to siblings than typical cousins, which makes their family structure especially unique. This situation highlights how genetics can create relationships that go beyond what we normally expect. Although the families live like any other relatives, the children share unusually high levels of genetic similarity. It is a striking example that shows biological relationships are not always simple or straightforward, and can sometimes be much more complex and interesting than standard definitions suggest. Beyond the science, their story also highlights the strength of love and family bonds. The two couples not only share married life, but have also created a uniquely connected family built on understanding and harmony. It serves as a reminder that no matter how unusual the situation may appear, love, respect, and genuine connection are still the most important foundations of a happy family. Anton Kraft, known for his extraordinary strength, despite his small stature, gained public attention when he dated China Bell, a transgender woman around 1.9 meters tall. Their striking physical contrast drew curiosity, but what truly defines their relationship is not appearance, but the way they overcame stereotypes to build a bond based on respect, understanding, and partnership. Their story sends a clear message that a person's value is not determined by looks or background, but by authenticity and the courage to pursue happiness on their own terms. Mindy Keenis and Sean Stevenson are a couple who redefined many people's ideas about love and resilience. Sean lived with osteogenesis imperfecta, which limited his height to about 83 centimeters and created significant physical challenges, but he was known for his strong mindset and ability to inspire others. Together with Mindy, they showed that a lasting relationship is built on understanding, respect, and trust, rather than superficial standards or appearances. Despite facing judgment and social stereotypes, they did not let negativity affect their happiness. Instead, they chose to live positively and share their journey to inspire and encourage others. Mindy and Sean's relationship is a powerful reminder that true love can overcome any barrier, and that real human value is found in resilience, compassion, and the courage to face life directly. Shane Burkaw and Hannah Burkaw are a couple who have helped many people rethink love and human limitations. Shane lives with spinal muscular atrophy, a rare condition that gradually weakens his muscles and requires him to use a wheelchair for most daily activities. Rather than seeing it as a barrier, he approaches life with optimism, humor, and resilience, using his experiences to inspire others and spread a message of strength and positivity. Hannah entered Shane's life not as someone making a sacrifice, but as a genuine partner who valued him for his intelligence, honesty, and positive outlook. Their relationship is not based on outward perfection, but on a strong emotional and intellectual bond. Together, they share daily life, laugh through challenges, and consistently show mutual respect and understanding in every situation. Their life does come with real challenges, from mobility and daily routines to curious stares and social bias. However, rather than avoiding these realities, they choose to be open and share their story honestly. This courage has helped challenge many misconceptions, showing that love is not about perfection, but about the ability to accept each other and stay committed through every difficulty. The story of Shane and Hannah Burkaw carries a powerful message. The biggest limitations are not physical, but often come from how we perceive ourselves and others. When two people truly trust, respect, and love each other, they can rise above prejudice and build a meaningful life together. Their journey not only reflects their own relationship, but also inspires many people to rethink their views, embrace love, and live more authentically. Tom Robinson and Sue Brierley surprised many people when they got married, especially since he had been seen as an important figure in the gay community and an advocate for gender diversity. However, their relationship is not a contradiction, but a reminder that identity and personal journeys are often more complex than simple labels. Built on understanding, respect, and a deep emotional bond, their marriage challenges social prejudice and shows that love does not follow a fixed pattern. Everyone has the right to choose their own path to happiness in a way that truly reflects who they are. Unlike traditional love stories, Akihiko Kondo chose to dedicate his life to Hatsune Miku, a virtual character created through technology. While this decision sparked debate, he views it as a way to find comfort, understanding, and emotional peace. In today's increasingly digital world where loneliness can exist even among crowds, his choice reflects a different perspective on human connection and the search for emotional fulfillment. What makes this story more complex is that the relationship relies entirely on technology. Through a hologram device and interactive software, Kondo can communicate with Miku as if she were a partner. However, when the system unexpectedly stopped working, that connection was suddenly cut off. This goes beyond a technical problem and raises a deeper question. When human emotions depend on technological platforms, even small disruptions can create emotional gaps that are difficult to fill. This story raises questions about the boundary between real emotions and the virtual world. It invites reflection on whether technology can ever replace real human presence or whether it should only serve as a support tool. Kondo's experience not only draws curiosity, but also encourages broader discussion about how relationships are formed in the digital age. Ultimately, it highlights that no matter how advanced technology becomes, balancing digital experiences with real-life emotions is essential for a stable and meaningful life. From the moment it became public, the relationship between Woody Allen and Soon-Yi Previn sparked widespread debate and controversy. Beyond being a personal relationship, it quickly raised discussions about moral standards, personal boundaries, and how society interprets complex situations. Because of this context, the story went far beyond entertainment news and became a subject examined from many different perspectives. Public opinion at the time was sharply divided, showing how differently people approach sensitive issues. Some strongly opposed the relationship, while others believed it should be viewed as a matter of personal choice between consenting adults. This contrast reflects that society does not operate under a single fixed standard, but is shaped by culture, personal perspectives, and context. Because of this complexity, the story is often revisited as a well-known example of ongoing social debate. Over time, their relationship has continued, despite the heavy media and public pressure it once faced. This has led many people to reflect on how quickly judgments are often made based on initial reactions and public sentiment. Rather than presenting a simple right or wrong conclusion, the story encourages a deeper view in a diverse world. It is important to understand, analyze, and respect differences in order to approach complex issues in a more balanced and responsible way. Not every reality TV couple begins their story on screen, and Ace and Chell are a surprising example. Before joining a dating show, they had already secretly married and even had a child together. This confused many viewers as the program portrayed them as strangers meeting for the first time. The gap between the show's narrative and their real-life relationship created a twist that led audiences to question how reality is presented on television. Behind their decision to keep their relationship private were personal reasons, as well as pressures from the entertainment industry. In a setting where emotions are constantly exposed to public attention, maintaining privacy is not always simple. Ace and Chell joined the show with an existing life story, unintentionally raising questions about authenticity in dating programs. At the same time, their situation highlights a broader truth. Real human lives are often far more complex than any scripted narrative. From a more positive perspective, their story presents a different view of love and commitment. Despite unusual circumstances, they built a family and faced public scrutiny together. This suggests that beyond surprise or controversy, the core of any relationship is connection and responsibility. In some cases, unconventional stories like theirs can also help people reflect more deeply on the true meaning of love. Pixie Fox and Justin Jedlicka are often referred to as real-life Barbie and Ken due to their highly distinctive appearances shaped by extensive cosmetic procedures. Rather than focusing only on the number of surgeries, their story is notable for their strong commitment to personal ideals of beauty and their determination to shape their looks according to their own vision. Behind their controversial appearance is a perspective centered on identity and self-expression. Pixie and Justin demonstrate that individuals have the right to present themselves in ways they personally value, as long as it is done with awareness and responsibility toward their health. Their relationship also reflects shared understanding and mutual support in pursuing personal goals. Overall, their story encourages discussion about how beauty, individuality, and long-term well-being can be balanced. After looking at all these stories, it becomes clear that they are not just about differences or unusual records. They show that happiness does not follow a single formula, and love is not something that depends on social approval. Regardless of who you are, what you look like, or what challenges you face, everyone deserves respect and genuine connection. These couples chose to live openly and follow their own paths. It raises a question for each of us. Are we willing to stay true to our choices even when others may not understand? Thanks for watching.